I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
This is you, about to walk into a gym for the first time. You've got your water bottle, you've got your foam roller, but there's a big gym, or in this case, a single squat rack, standing in front of you. You have no idea what to do. How do you lift? Do you even lift? That's the question. Today we're going back to basics. Today I'm going to show you how to conquer the gym as a beginner. Let's go. Even set foot in that gym, here are a few things you may need. The first one is yourself, a motivated and healthy human being. Secondly, source of hydration. Could be water, could be protein shake, could be squash of any kind, something to really fuel your muscles throughout the workout. Now these are the unnecessary but very useful things you might need. Firstly, chalk. Extremely useful for grip, can come in the liquid or the powdery form. I personally endorse my protein chalk because I know they're about to give me a huge advertising deal. What? Secondly, a belt. This is mainly for the big lifts. I personally use it on the squat and the deadlift. Helps to keep your core tight, helps to protect lower back. Fantastic for it. Lastly, this is part of the warm-up which you're going on to next, is the foam roller. This, like any warm-up, aims to loosen up your muscles, make the body warm, and stretch everything out. Let's go straight onto the warm-up. Workout is something that can be really, really short and easy, but also very important for the performance during the workout itself. I suggest keeping a mix of dynamic and static. So for example, for your static things such as just basic leg swings for each leg, and maybe for dynamic, things such as high knees or heel flips or anything like that. Just something to keep me moving, keep it relevant to the body part as well. If you're training shoulders, maybe throw some shoulder rolls in there, for example. So keep it relevant, keep it short, and keep it intense. That's all I suggest. Before we go into the big lifts, let's go into sets and rep ranges, which I've spoken about before, but let's go over it really quickly. When you're a beginner, you need to know one thing. Higher reps means lower weight, means generally a more bodybuilding style. Lower reps and higher weight is to build strength. I'd suggest just following what your program says, whether you're doing 5x5, whether you're doing 5-3-1, whether you're doing a program that prescribes maybe 3 sets of 8 reps. Just follow your program, follow the percentages, and you'll be completely fine. Now, let's go right in to learning about the big 4. So you've done your warm-up, you've walked into the gym, you see a bench there, and you're like, yes, I also want to be a bro. Let's do chest day. So the first of the 4 lifts we're going to lift is the bench press. First step is to really sit down on the bench. That's crucial for the mechanics of this exercise. Secondly, get under the bar, and if you look at my shoulders here, they're going to be tucked in behind my chest like this. So my chest is out and there's an arc under my back. You should be able to put some, at least a stack of paper under my back now, because it's so arced. The bench itself is relatively straightforward. Once you've got that arc nailed, all you want to do is grip the bar evenly, secure your arc like said, lift the bar up, and then important thing, when you bring the bar down, you don't want to bring it down with your arms 90 degrees like this. That's going to be bad for your shoulders. You're just going to want to tuck your elbows in a little, bring it down to your chest, and then on the way up, what's really important is something called leg drive. So what you're going to do is drive your heels into the floor, squeeze your glutes muscles, and push up with your chest, your triceps, and now also the power of your glutes. Overhead press is the second big lift we're going to look at today, second of the big 4, and it's very important for overall shoulder development, but it also helps your lats and your core as well. Here's how you do it. Again, you want your hands here, you only want them shoulder width apart. A lot of people make the mistake of going wider with the shoulder press, but you just want it shoulder width apart. You're going to tighten your core before you do it. That means really breathe in, lift your core, should be rock solid then. Also protect your lower back, keep your lower back straight and strong. Lift the bar up here, push up. You're going to look at this 45-degree angle, similar to what you did on the bench, similar mechanics, but this time you're going to be pushing vertically, obviously. 3, 2, 1, and up. What I like to do personally is push my head almost where the bar path would be, just so I get some stability afterwards. Otherwise, it's a relatively simple lift if you keep everything stable. Leg day is an inevitability in your workout. You may be wondering why I've got this strange heavy bar on my back. It's because I'm about to do a squat. Babies have been doing it for years. You can too. Simply get the bar on your back like this. It should be resting on your traps if you've built some traps from shrugs and deadlifts. If not, it might hurt a little to start with, but as with everything, you'll get used to it. I'm going to hold the bar securely. I personally do it thumbless, so you can see my thumbs waggling here. I don't hold it with my thumbs, but I hold it securely with my other 4 fingers. The width of your feet, if you point the camera towards my feet, is varying for all people, and as is the toe angle. This is what I squat best with, and you know, I'm just going to keep it there, but people like to go narrower, wider, point their toes in and out. There's all kind of variables there. It's whichever one you feel comfortable with. When you squat, you're going to first, as with everything, tighten that core, and you're going to put your hips and knees, your motion's going to be together. So, let's just take a look. And you're just going to squat down and up again. It's all stable, the core's tight throughout. So the last of the big 4 we're going to look at, and what's my favourite exercise, is the deadlift. The exercise is in the name, picking heavy stuff up off the floor. You've got a bar here, I've got 135 pounds on it, and I'm going to pick it up very simply. You know the phrase, lift with your legs, not with your back? It applies to deadlift as well, surprisingly. So, 2 styles of deadlift. First one, conventional. Put your legs about shoulder width apart. Your hands simply go either side of your feet on the bar, as so. You'll notice here that my back is straight, my core is tight, and when I'm pulling, I'm going to be using my legs to pull off the ground. So what you're going to do is almost push your legs into the ground, use that. The one thing important not to do is not to pull this up off the floor. That's one of the important things not to do in a deadlift. The second thing not to do is bend your back. Keep your back straight throughout the lift. That means keeping your core tight and keeping your lower back strong. Straight into the deadlift. And 1, 2, 3, chest out, looking forward, up. You want to hold it, you're in a strong position with your chest out. Throw in a shrug if you want, actually don't. And when you put it back down, same thing, you can put it back down a little faster. Now in this world, we all come in different shapes and sizes, we're built differently, and so the mechanics of certain exercises don't work so well for everyone. Personally, I'm not too much of a fan of the conventional deadlift. My arms may be a little bit longer, my legs a little bit shorter. As such, I prefer the next variation of the deadlift, the sumo deadlift. There's not that much difference in what it will work. Of course, it will target the glutes a little bit more, and you'll see exactly why. But, as with the squat and your squat width, just do the kind of deadlift you feel more comfortable with. This is a sumo deadlift. Personally, when you keep your legs wide like this, I prefer to keep them, you know, where you grip the bench. That's where I prefer to keep my legs, but again, vary it, whatever you're comfortable with. And instead of putting your arms on the outside of your legs, which would be kind of impossible right now, simply put them on the inside. So you're going to grip it like that. Same philosophy otherwise. Chest out, core tight, back strong, back straight, and lift with your legs. 1, 2, 3, and up. So I find that kind of thing a lot easier, just because of the way I'm built. And so, that's a sumo deadlift. Installment of Back to Basics, How to Conquer the Gym as a Beginner. Today we looked at the big 4 lifts and had a little overview of things such as the warm-up. In the future in this series we're going to look at training programs and more in-depth look into the warm-up, things such as bodyweight exercises, and really at the end of this series the goal is to make any beginner comfortable enough to walk in the gym and carry out their workout effectively, efficiently, and successfully. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
And take home anyone. I'm about you, girl. See, I don't know you at all, but I'm about it if you bow.